Yes, welcome to FUBAR Radio, VAR You Serious. I'm Cecil Jee, presenter, former footballer, and your guide through the chaos of the beautiful game. This is VAR You Serious. It's not your usual football show, something different. Unfiltered truths from the fans, complete with tears, tantrums, and the old tinfoil hat conspiracy. We talk about, fantasy 11s that no one wanted. We talk about conspiracies, the real stories, like I mentioned, from the fans, from people that have made the club as well, from their own kitchen table. We're going to get into all the stories. This isn't your average football show, like I mentioned. This is something different, something special, where we can have a bit of a laugh and hear the true stories. Now, I'm joined by a special guest today in the studio. I'm joined by Davina Pindoria. Yes, I'm going to give you a little round of applause. I'm going to give you a little round of applause as you are a Spurs fan.
Okay.
I'm going to dive straight in. But before we get into it, I hear, you were speaking just off air.
Mm-hmm.
You've quite successful in your business world, in your life. Give us a little talk about what you do away from doing content around football.
Yeah, of course. So outside of doing football content and my life as a depressed Spurs fan, I work in financial services. So I used to be in financial consulting. I worked at one of the big four. I then did some strategy work, and now I'm in the private equity world, which is really, really cool. Worked with some sports acquisitions, but also just with other companies as well.
Yeah.
So smaller companies who are struggling, help
so
fix
Tottenham, do you not think maybe since
I think
Daniel
it would be
Levy,
a conflict of interest.
Yeah, since Daniel Levy left, you haven't gone in there maybe try and offer your services to...
You know what? That should be my next move. Hey guys, look at my experience. Let me help you. Let me fix you. Let me fix you.
Well, the football, do you know what? To be fair, business-wise, Tottenham, I actually take my hat off to them. Business-wise, very good.
Yeah.
Selling the way they big shows are there. They got the racetrack and all that. But football on the pitch, maybe Mattia can come in and give some advice because, well, we'll talk about the weekend. But okay, so you do private equity and all that, and you're enjoying it.
Yeah, I really, really enjoy it. I think growing up, for me, academic validation was above all. So I grew up all A's, all A stars, never got
Where's
a B
that
in
from?
my life.
Your parents put that pressure on you, or you just enjoy
Honestly,
it?
I don't think so. I don't think it's come from my parents whatsoever, because anything I wanted to pursue, they would have let me. So any interest I had, I wanted to play the piano, I wanted to play the trumpet, I wanted to do all of these different clubs, which I never pursued after the age of 16. I just wanted to try it.
Okay.
They let me do it. And I think it was a lot of internal drive. I'm really intrinsically motivated. And then I went to a really academically selective school. A lot of my friends also did really well in school, very successful in their own careers. Shout out my friends.
Wow.
And I think we all just kind of drove each other. But in another sense, if I didn't want to do anything to do with academics, I don't think it came from my parents. I think they would have been fine and just pushed me to do whatever I wanted to do.
Oh, big up Davina. I mean, she came in with good energy, good aura. I can't lie, very motivated. I could feel that from when I stepped in the studio today as well. So someone that, we'll talk after this anyway, because I have some businesses that, But anyway, you spoke about intrinsically motivated. You speak about your parents didn't, give you, they let you do whatever you want and go into whatever you wanted. So how did you end up becoming a Spurs fan? Because someone who's so motivated and wants success, I mean, you could talk about your European silverware maybe for last year, but how do you end up following Tottenham?
So many people ask me that question, and it's all because of my dad. So when my dad came here, he was born in Kenya, then came here in the 80s, and he was choosing a football team. Everyone around him, a lot of South Asians in our area as well, supported the typical Manchester United, Liverpool, a few Arsenal fans as well. And my dad wanted to be a bit different. We live in North London as well. So found a team close to us, likes the colour white, like the way that we played, 1984 UEFA Cup winners. And became a Spurs fan. Then when I was born in 99, literally there was no doubt in his mind that I would be a Spurs fan.
There was no doubt.
My first baby clothes were Tottenham.
Oh, wow.
And it was just Tottenham. I would just sit in front of the TV and I would just watch Tottenham. So it was just indoctrinated into me. And even growing up, my dad used to take me to Spurs games. I absolutely loved it. I went to an all-girls school, so none of my friends watched football.
Right.
It wasn't even that. I was surrounded by people who also watched football. To this day.
That has a big part to play. So when you're in a mixed school, the banter sometimes. Okay. So that's all been skipped. So quickly before you carry on, it's so your dad smashed it, by the way, because what he's done. He says you can do whatever you want in life. I'll let you try anything.
But the one thing is going to be Tottenham.
That's the one thing he got. But I hear so it come from your dad then, yeah?
Yeah, and it was honestly such a nice experience. Then when my brother grew up, all three of us used to go to Tottenham all the time. And it was a really cool thing. We used to go to Europa League games after school. He used to try and take us to as many games as possible during the season. Then when we were playing at Wembley, very like close to where I live, we got season tickets, and I've
you've been in this then. You've been
Tottenham
through and through. Okay, well, I mean, I like the energy, so I'm going to put aside the fact that you're a Tottenham fan. We're going to talk football. We're going to talk a little bit about your club, because FA Cup weekend did happen this weekend. And my team done okay. I mean, we'll talk about your team in a second. But the general talking points, I think, across the FA Cup weekend was one thing I actually want to mention. What I really loved. So I was down at I have to think about that. I was down at Portsmouth. I was down at Fratton Park this weekend. Saw my team win 4-1. But what I actually did enjoy the most, not the fact that, I mean, the headlines will say Arsenal scored 3 set pieces and 1 own goal. But what I really loved sitting there watching was there was no VAR. This show is called VAR You Serious? But I'm telling you, going back, it felt like I was makes me sound old. I was like going back in time and watching football without, when we score, not everyone's waiting for VAR check. There was none of that. There was no, like, when a yellow card was given, they're going to wait to see if it gets upgraded to a red card. It was just pure. And it was at Fratton Park as well, so it was in Portsmouth Stadium. It just felt like an old school football game, and it just, I don't know, I've really, really enjoyed it. I think, and I'm always conflicted on whether I like VAR or not. Should it go, should it stay? Mainly for me, it's the people that run it, that's the issue. But it was just nice to go back to that sort of time of, I'm watching football, and whatever happens, it's final from what the ref says. So I had to mention that. Just give me what your main takeaways from the FA Cup weekend. You can talk about your team's result, and we'll lead into some Thomas Frank talk, but talk to me.
I think it's difficult even like looking at that game as, is this what Thomas Frank is about? Because the first half was like watching paint dry. We didn't even have a shot. Like we were completely devoid of creativity. It was awful. And me and my brother, I didn't even go to the game. I was like, evening kickoff. I'm still kind of jet lagged, and I was a little bit ill. I came back from India. I was there for 3 weeks, and I was like, do I have it in me to go? I was sat at home, looked at my brother when we started losing. I was like, this is why I'm not there. Like a sane person, I'm watching us lose from home. And then the second half, and it was very chaotic. There was so much more energy, and the Thomas Frank that we hired from Brentford, who was known for this like really structured type of play, like possession-based football, and
can catch on.
It was need be. It was like, what Thomas Frank is managing us right now? Because is it the Thomas Frank of the first half, which was completely awful? And I feel like I've watched that first half again and again and again and again and again. Out of probably all of the Premier League games this season, it's been awful. Yeah. And Tottenham fans, we were having a conversation earlier about how toxic Tottenham fans are, but I think with the current football that we're playing, we're well within our rights to be booing the players.
Oh, it's controversial, Davina. It's controversial. The goalkeepers, a lot of players have been booed at the stadium, and you think it's? I mean, when your team's losing, it's hard. It's so difficult because, listen, of past Arsenal fans have booed their players, but it's so difficult because Arsenal for a while now been haven't won anything of major, accomplishment, shall we say? The Champions League. We haven't won any majors just yet.
One more time, louder.
Just yet. But this season may be different. So it's hard to envision booing. I mean, I've been annoyed at players, but I get it when you're turning up every week, especially at home as well, and you're seeing the performances. The booing of players is during the game. I think sometimes can be questionable. After the game, I get it.
No, I'm talking about like half time when the players go off the pitch.
Okay, fair.
It becomes a point where you're not. Like, I know that there are fans who like swear at the players, yell abuse at them, not on board with that.
Cool.
Booing them just so they know the sentiment of the stadium while they're going into the tunnel so they can have a constructive halftime chat. I'm for that.
Okay, I like
when
that.
it goes past that and very toxic, I'm not.
Yeah. Because obviously there was arguments at Bournemouth. I know we're talking about the FA Cup weekend, but at Bournemouth, they see the players go into the. I mean, at Bournemouth, you can literally, they can hear you.
Yeah, like Mickey Van der Ven went to the away fans, had a go at them. It's not the first time that we've had that. Even during the Ange era, there was a lot of clashes between players and fans.
Wow, yeah, that's true.
Even like manager and fans. So it's definitely like quite a toxic environment around Tottenham right now. I think people get on at the fans a lot as well, but you have to think about the away fans who are going like home and away every single game, every single week, not just in the Premier League. We're not in any domestic competitions apart from that anymore, but it's pretty much the same fans in the away sections who have spent their hard-earned money, and to not see fight like we did in the first half, whereas in the second half, as I was saying, there was a lot more fight. I could kind of see maybe getting something out of it, extra time pens, whatever. Didn't happen, unfortunately. But yeah, especially after a half like that, you can understand the frustrations.
Okay, let me. We've done the frustration talk. Frank, let's cut to the chase. Thomas Frank, the Gooner.
You don't even get me started on that, by the way. I know there's been a lot of content already out there about him holding that Arsenal Cup, right?
Thoughts? Come on, is it
pathetic? I'm sorry, like
it could have been an accident.
You know, for such a long time, like I always make a point, like to ask everyone, like, are you an Arsenal fan? When I first meet someone, it gives me like it shouldn't help me judge their character, but it kind of does, just so I can understand. Hey, you're great.
Okay, that's
From
nice.
first impression, you're fine.
Thanks.
You know, maybe that will change a little bit down the line. But, you know, the cup was this big.
Correct.
It's got a blatant logo on it. Apparently there's some whisperings about someone gave it to him as a joke and they didn't realise. And there's like a first team analyst there's like that picture where he's looking at Thomas Frank holding the cup and it's like, whoa, what's going on here? I think it's just weird. Why didn't you look at the logo on the cup? Why have we done that?
Do you look at every cup that do you think you're observant enough to see every cup?
It's a big logo on a cup.
I'm trying to justify it for him.
No, I'm not justifying it.
No, not at all.
No.
So are you saying that he meant to? Come on,
I'm
he's not that.
I'm not
There's
saying
no
he meant
way.
to. I think we're getting on at him a lot for a little tiny mistake.
Is it an overspill of just the emotions of what's happening right now?
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
It's just an avenue
really,
for us to channel our frustration out. It's kind of been blown out of proportion. We can be unhappy, but we don't need to have a go at the guy. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think it's just a culmination of a few things that have happened. Fan sentiment towards him isn't great. I know he came out against the fans for being frustrated at him. There's also been just times that he speaks about everyone in the stadium needs to support the players. We do support the players.
Yeah.
If you think about the second half, I keep going back to the FA Cup game, but you could even hear it on the TV. Like when there's something to be excited about, something to get behind, a style of football, and you can see okay, cool, this is our game plan for this half.
Yep.
The Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is absolutely unbelievable, and I've seen it definitely last season when we had great rounds in the Europa League, even in the Carabao Cup when we beat City, when we beat Manchester United at home. We beat City at home, we beat United at home, and we beat Liverpool at home in the Carabao Cup run. We then lost in the second leg against Anfield. But the atmosphere in those games was absolutely unbelievable because the fans had something to get around and there was a belief.
Yeah.
When you don't have that, the fans will be negative. So there's definitely a bit of the fans don't know where they stand with Frank. Frank definitely knows where he stands with the fans.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's just been a way for everyone to just get angry at him for a reason that shouldn't have been blown up.
How long do you give him? Do you want him to say how long do you
give
give
him?
him?
If he loses against West Ham this Saturday.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's I was looking at West Ham, I saw Burnley away and I went, if
we lose against West Ham.
That's it, done. That next morning, you're giving me that look of, that can't happen, but that could happen.
If we lose against West Ham, I need him to not come to that press conference after the game. It just needs to be Thomas, the club have decided to...
Davina's feisty, you know. I'm just letting people know that listen.
I need him to not come to that press conference.
That look she just gave. If they lose to West Ham.
Going into that game, there's a lot of... West Ham fans think that we're going to beat them. We think that West Ham's going to beat us, just as a joke because we're not capable of beating anyone.
Yeah.
And it's actually, I saw a meme online. It's Crybaby versus Crybaby. That's the two teams going up against each other this Saturday. We can't lose that game.
Okay.
If he wants a job.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know if he's over it now. If he was looking finding a way out. I think Ruben Amorim was trying to find a way out of United. But I mean, the whole cup thing. I don't know. I think it's just an overspill, like we just mentioned there. It's an overspill of emotions of where Tottenham are right now. Because if Arteta had every club has their own crest on the water bottle these days. If he had a Tottenham water bottle, I think we'd laugh it off. It'd hit social media and we'd get laughed at for it. But I don't think it would be is headline news for you guys because of the situation we're in. Arsenal obviously in a different situation. So I just think I think it's just an overspill of emotions. Who would you, just quickly, if there's a manager out there that, for a woman who's very good with structure and looking at, businesses and saving and stuff, is there a manager that comes to mind if Frank was to go that you want, or is you not looked that far ahead yet?
Honestly, it's very difficult because there are not that many managers out there, which is what Manchester United are having problems with as well. Honestly, if I had to pick, probably Glasner.
Oliver Glasner,
I think that's my pick.
Yeah,
I mean,
good
he's had
manager.
and the thing with me is that he doesn't really care about like the type of football that he doesn't care about other people's opinions about his type of football.
Yeah.
He's had cup success also, Frankfurt, Palace.
Mm-hmm.
And if anything, him having cup success, it's like, it brings us back to why the hell did we sack Ange? Because we could have just kept him if we were going to end up like 14th. Ange would have been 14th.
Oh, that's a good
Ange
point.
would have been 14th.
And he picked up silver. He did say second. I mean...
And he also said third season would have been better than the second. And we never got that. But
wow, they missed Ange. That's interesting.
there's definitely like a contract standoff between Palace and Glasner as well.
Yeah.
And I think it's quite evident to a lot of football fans that he will, to no disrespect to Crystal Palace, right, that there will be maybe a step up.
Of course.
Crystal Palace. Why can't that be Tottenham? We have a lot of potential. There's a lot of structure.
Oh, I held back there.
Tottenham,
Davina, to
I
say.
know, I could tell. And, you know, there's always promises of investment, which I think we might get. Let's see. And, like, why couldn't it be Tottenham?
Okay, my producer has wrote something that I need to mention next.
Okay.
Because of the club he supports.
Yeah.
I was going to just skip over it. He's actually highlighted it to make so we definitely speak about it, which is made me want to ignore it even more.
Of course, yeah.
He's a Man City fan. They obviously won 10-1.
I'm a Man City fan.
You're a Man City fan?
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
They're my second team.
Oh, no, Davina!
They're my second team.
See, this is again, right.
In another life,
look,
like, I definitely think I'd be a great Manchester City fan.
This is where I was trying to hold back from making this an everyday what you hear across all the social media type of show. But you see, Spurs fans, they're attaching onto a team just because they stop Arsenal a lot. City is my next team. What do you mean? You're like the fourth Spurs fan that's told me that.
It's like every April/May, might as well just put a City shirt on.
Right, I need you lot that are listening to let me know if is this a good thing or a bad thing? The way that other fans of teams they follow then look at the next team that stops their rivals to say, I will change my colours for you, as long as you stop the team I don't like.
Listen, do we remember that game in 2023?
Yes, I do.
I went to that game in a light blue Puma Tottenham shirt.
Crazy. Davina,
I was about to buy a half and half scarf.
I thought we was going to get on. We can't. This is the line. You've crossed it.
I was so incredibly happy that day. It made me sick actively supporting against
Son!
Tottenham.
You should have scored.
Mr. Tottenham Hotspur for a reason.
Outrageous.
Club legend.
Anyway, well, let's talk about then your second team, Man City.
Yeah.
10-1. At Exeter, but I was watching, and I actually, funny enough, I fell asleep when it was 6-0 up. And then I obviously caught back the highlights. But just a simple question, good or bad for the game? That sort of scoreline, a FIFA scoreline, is that something that you think's good for football, or is it bad? Because at the end of the day, this is the FA Cup. Sometimes there's giant killers. There's the beauty of the FA Cup. But sometimes this happens. The superior teams show their strength and
I think it's just the nature of the FA Cup, because you will get that result and then in the same breath have the Macclesfield Crystal Palace result. So it's like two ends of the spectrum of what can happen when all different calibers of teams can be drawn against each other. I don't think it's like always a 10. You don't get a 10-1 every single season, right? I think it's great exposure for Exeter to be playing against like a Man City, but I don't think it's necessarily bad for the game. It's just, you get, with the Macclesfield Town beauty, you also get the Man City battering. So talking
of Macclesfield beauty, is that the biggest? I mean,
it is
stats wise and factually, it's the biggest giant killing list. It's the biggest shock in FA Cup history. I mean, I didn't even know they were like National League. That threw me. That spun me. And you spoke about Glasner. You spoke about Crystal Palace, and they had great success of late. But that is one they'll want to forget.
And
very
to
quickly.
like knock out the current FA Cup
oh my
holders,
god, of course,
right?
Of course.
So it's massive, and I was watching sort of like all the televised stuff after the game, and
the captain with a bandage.
And he was like,
on the pitch.
We can go on and win it. I think that is so much of what I love about football.
Yeah.
And I explained to a lot of my friends who still don't watch football, and I'm like, guys, you don't understand the emotional connection that not like fans who will never ever play for the club. I will never play for Tottenham Hotspur. Like, I'm categorically not good at football, right? But there's an emotional connection that you can have with your team winning on the pitch, and with a result like that, it's something that you'll never ever forget. And it's just this is why I love cup competitions, like
Yeah.
Premier League, whatever. But cup competitions can create, like
you can say
such
that as a Spurs
incredible
fan.
runs and memories. Yeah, just beautiful.
Interesting.
So nice to see.
So you're the only like football fan in your friend group? Because you keep talking about your friends. It seems like you are
Yeah.
quite like,
Literally.
and you're very like versed across the space. I can tell from just speaking to you. So in your friend group, it's just you that
Just me.
in love with football that much.
Yeah.
Has it been difficult even in just like I guess a workspace? You must be in a heavily male-dominated workspace as well. And I mean, you can probably relate with speaking with football, but like, has that been difficult at times?
It's
at all?
hilarious sometimes. Also because they don't take my football opinion seriously at all.
I
And then
hate that, by the way, because that's ridiculous.
when I requested time off for the Europa League final, because I surprised my dad and my brother with tickets because I'm the only season ticket holder.
You are doing good in life, you know. What do you mean? I surprised that was a
fully
hard ticket to
surprised them.
get.
Yeah, and I just like reached out to everyone that I knew, and I was like, I need 3 tickets together. I got a ticket, but I was like, I can't go and not take my dad and my brother. So I found 3 tickets all together, and then in the fan park, I'll show you the video afterwards. It's really sweet. I was like, guys, so we're watching it in the fan park, right? No, we're not. We're going to the stadium. My dad was crying because I would never have had the connection to Tottenham without my dad taking me to games.
Yeah, fair.
Otherwise, we would be sat at home watching it on the sofa.
Fair.
But yeah, obviously, and then we won. Best day of my life. And I want to show you something. Wait.
Yeah, sure. She's taking off her jacket for the people that listen. If I see a tattoo, I will.
If you see a tattoo.
She has Bilbao 2025
Of
on
course
her
I
arm.
do.
Oh my!
Of course
She
I
has a
do.
tattoo. People, she's serious.
And Europa League logo.
Oh wow!
Everything, yeah.
Oh, you.
Had to get it.
I mean, you didn't have to, but I mean, it's the best day of life. You just said
Yeah, of
so.
course.
Maybe because I just looked. You don't seem no other tattoo. That's the only tattoo you
And I
have.
got another Spurs one on my rib cage.
Okay, fair.
Say Tadaris to do in Latin. I actually got that the season that Ange joined.
Wow,
So,
you were optimistic.
Yeah, I was very optimistic.
High line for life, mate. Jeez, you
So
were.
yeah.
Yeah.
So there's the 2 Spurs tattoos I have. Yeah.
Wow. But do you know what? I actually got a little bit. I don't know. I just choked up a little bit when you said taking your dad and your brother like that. And I'm putting rivalry aside here. That is beautiful. I'll be honest. That is a story that I guess this is what VAR You Serious is about. It's just stories like that. Like, and you said we're gonna watch it in the fan park. To then go in the stadium, but then to win it. And to see your father cry, who obviously made your Spurs, I'll be honest, that is...
It's honestly the best achievement, and he's not he's not going to say like, oh my gosh, thank you so much to me.
No.
But I overheard him talking to his friends, who were United fans, and they didn't go to the game. And he was like, this is literally the best day ever. Like, I'm so glad Davina did that, to watch it with my 2 kids, who I watch Tottenham with every single week.
Mad.
Every time I even like think about it or watch the videos back, it's such an emotional experience for me. And even my mum, she said to me like, that is the best present you could have ever got them. 'Cause it was my
100%.
brother's graduation present, my dad's Father's Day present. So I gave it to them early, and I was like, guys, I'm a bit broke for the rest of the year, but happy Father's Day and happy graduation, guys.
You're a great daughter and sister. Fair play. It was actually, my heart is very warm. I'm just now looking forward and saying, Arsenal, you better win something this season. I can hopefully have a moment like Davina
it's
had.
honestly like the best feeling ever.
I need that. I spoke about it before, but I was in the World Cup. I was in Argentina when they won the World Cup in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and it was one of the most. It probably is one of the best football experiences I've actually had in my life, and that wasn't my own nation. That was nothing. I was just seeing the joy, and just the emotion from people in the streets was like no other. So, but hopefully this year we'll have that.
I really hope that doesn't happen.
Davina. Right, let's get into our first session of the day. First, this day, which is rant of the day, actually.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're going to do, Davina. We're going to have something that you're passionate about, and you're going to rant about it. I'm going to give you an example because I came in today saying I actually want to rant. I don't normally rant. It's not really... I have things I can internalize. It's not really my character, but I have something that I've seen over the weekend and I'm quite frustrated about. But once I do this, I'm going to give you the floor and you're going to have your time to rant. We can know that, the game can be quite annoying and frustrating at times and people have opinions they want to get off their chest. So I'll let you have that. But let me just quickly do my one. I'll keep it brief, right? Over this weekend, Manchester United. Now, remember, I'm an Arsenal fan. So let me just highlight that. Big Arsenal fan. Man United in my lifetime has caused me frustration. However, what I saw, I understand you're losing games. They're not in a good place right now, right? New manager, all of that, and it's not going the way they wanted it to go. But what I saw went viral this weekend was Man United fans fighting Man United fans in the stands. For me, my rant is, why are we doing this? Why do fans that support their club fight each other? I understand game can get frustrating. I understand you have your own opinions. You know, you have your own beliefs. Some people grow their hair out because they haven't won 5 games in a row. Doesn't mean you should physically harm the person. Because if anything, you should be frustrated at the team, not your fans that are there to support the club you love. And you have the same, I'm assuming you have the same ethos or same mentality that you want your team to be successful. So there should be no need for physical violence in the stands. Now, the reason why I'm ranting about it is because obviously I've experienced this myself. I go to Arsenal home and away, mainly aways, and I've had these situations like that as well. And I just think, is it all really necessary? Yes, football, the beautiful game, can be very emotional. I mean, you have moments like you had, Davina, and can give you the best days of your life. But when things are going bad, it shouldn't mean that you should be able to put your hands on your own fans. So my rant of the day is that if you have a disagreement or have a problem, you shouldn't be settling it physically in the stands at games. Yeah, have a discussion, have an argument. Fine. If it's going to get physical, at least go to the ring and do it for charity or something. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that was my rant of the day. I saw it online, and listen, I'm an Arsenal fan, like I said. So seeing Manchester United fans, some would take joy in seeing their rivals in despair, but I just think, yeah, putting hands on each other over football is a bit mad. So that's my rant. Hopefully that does change going forward. Davina, I'm gonna give you rant of the day. I'm gonna give you 90 seconds.
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, 90 seconds. Just for you to just tell me what has been what has been annoying you. Maybe it could be anything. To be fair, your club, it could be many things. But let's hear what your rant of the day is in 3, 2, 1, go.
It's something that I've been seeing everywhere lately, and it's this sort of like conversation happening that XYZ are replacing Spurs in the Big Six. Right? Sorry, in this instance, it's been Villa. And honestly, I can't even, because people might say that I'm biased. I'm a Spurs fan, but the Big Six has never been about whoever is good right now, right? Mm-hmm. Look, I get it. Like Aston Villa finished above Tottenham, having a really good run, exciting. But let's get real. The Big Six isn't decided on one league table. It's not a spreadsheet of weekly results. It's about, now talking a bit business, economic weight, brand power, global pull, money that actually matters.
Talk your stuff.
Right? And Leicester won the league. They didn't become Big Six. They won the Premier League, which only a few teams have done, right? They didn't become the Big Six because the Big Six is about weight, not position. Look at what broadcasters look at. Premier League is sold globally, not locally. US, Asia, Africa, Middle East. They all pay their respective millions, billions because of what people overseas want to watch, right? United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, City, and unfortunately for a lot of people, Tottenham. And you can look at the Deloitte Money League, right? Tottenham, they're at number 9. Villa, 18. West Ham, 17. Newcastle, 15. As a club, Tottenham can attract the managers, good calibre of players, the crowds, and we sell out stadiums all across the world when we play pre-season. Look at the trophy parade last May, how many people turned up. It's about how big your club is globally and how many people globally want to watch your club.
That is 90 seconds up, and I mean, it's a good run. It's a good run. As you came with stats, facts, and all the numbers, and I actually respect that a lot. I'll be honest, I've been to some of these pre-season tours though, Davina, and Arsenal. I was in Hong Kong, and we dominated fans, the fan base, shall I say. I thought with the Asian appeal when it comes to Spurs, I thought they were gonna outsing us, be more fans than us, but yeah, it wasn't the greatest of showings when it comes to, even though you beat us.
Yeah, who won? Exactly.
Yeah, all right,
who won the trophy?
Yeah, but you just said it's not about winning. It's not about winning when it comes to the Big Six. No, I'm not getting a Hong Kong trophy tattoo. Yeah. I'll be getting Champions League and Premier League. That's what I'll be getting. Come, mate. Anyway, right. We'll leave that there. Good rant, fair. And you know what? You are right. I hear that conversation almost weekly now about Spurs. Why they're Big Six. Yeah, why they're Big Six. But again, I think a lot of the stats you brought, and I'll put my bias aside. As a business, you guys are good. Sometimes I do question, how big you can be without the success. But if you take that away.
Europa League. Remember that? Carabao Cup 2008.
I know, the
Carling Cup. It was then.
2008, when Blockbusters was around. Instagram hadn't even been made at that time. Flow Rider was the number 1 tune in the world. Mad. I was 7. You were 7. I think I might be in around the age as well. Interesting. Anyway, we'll skip forward. We're going to move on to the next topic of the day, which is ref for the day. This is something we all enjoy. Many of you listen will understand this. Regulars to VAR You Serious will understand what is about to come next. Is ref for the day, where Davina, you're gonna just basically set the standard of a match, right? You're gonna have 3 rules in place that level the playing field. We're gonna do Real Madrid in a £1 billion game. So obviously £1 billion, a lot of money, more money than any prize money that's ever been gifted for a trophy win. Yeah. You get a little slice of that as well.
Okay.
All right. If you level the playing field, I know money going on that. I've got to just make sure you get your little slice. So Real Madrid, but we're gonna do Macclesfield under 16s because
under 16s.
Actually, let's do under 18s. Under 16s is a bit. Let's do youth team. So Macclesfield youth team.
Okay.
They're gonna play against Real Madrid in a £1 billion game. Right.
Yeah.
In a normal match, if this was to play 90 minutes, what do you think the score would be? No rules in place. What would the score be?
90 minutes.
Yeah. A normal game, a normal match. Real Madrid versus Macclesfield under 18s. What would the and there's goal bonuses for the Real Madrid players. What would the score be if it's just a normal match?
25-0.
Yeah. Okay, 25. We're gonna that's your start point. So 25-0.
Yeah, 25.
25. No, you're right. This
would be right.
They would Mbappe and Jude and all that running through. Come on. Just,
with goal bonuses per goal. Exactly.
There you go.
Come on.
There you go. And then the club obviously can take it seriously. They need that £1 billion. Right. They don't actually need it, but there it is. If they win. Right. So you got 3 rules to level the playing field. Or what we like here on FUBAR Radio VAR You Serious is that we would like the lesser team, the underdog, to win. So if you can, and I'll be the judge if it swings in favours, because we've had some silly rules that I don't think really work, but some have been really, really good. So here we go. We're going to start. Give me the first rule that you'll put in place to try and level the playing field against Real Madrid.
Okay, mine are a bit brain rot ideas, but I think they'd be really cool to watch just as a concept. I think it would also do really well for viewership. So my first rule is Where's Wally themed. You're familiar with Where's Wally?
I've got
the book. Yeah?
Of course. I haven't been living under a rock. I've lived life, Davina. I'm well travelled. I do all right. I know Where's Wally is. Go on, talk to me.
So every time there's a set piece, right? Free kick, corner, penalty, the normal procedures has to be paused, right? So there's going to be like cameramen on this job, and they will find a random fan and put them up on the big screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Like and a kiss cam.
Yeah. No. Yeah. But
without.
But not.
Yeah.
And it's going to go up on the screen, and then it'll be zoomed in on one fan, and the team that finds that fan first, and have to go in the stands, find that fan, and the team that finds that fan first. So if it's like 80,000 people.
Yeah. You
have to go find the fan. But I found the fan, and that team gets to choose who that set piece taker is. So, for example, if Real Madrid win the penalty, then like the under 18s find the player, which I think the under 18s would be really good at that.
Yeah.
They'd sort of like use their critical thinking. Plus, Real Madrid fans are going to get swarmed in the stands. Like, oh my gosh, let me take a selfie, blah, 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 blah.
True.
So they're not even going to get to find that fan.
True.
Unless that fan goes running to the Real Madrid fan, like, oh my gosh, it's me, hi.
Yeah, or the Real Madrid fans say he's over, he's over or she's over there.
Yeah, exactly. But then they get to decide who takes the free kick. So it could be like you make their goalkeeper take the free kick, or it could be you make their like physio take the free kick.
Right. So if Real Madrid get a penalty, what fan choose? Is it the Real Madrid fan has to be found, or the?
No, just a random like.
Anyone.
One fan stops.
And then was it first team to find the fan? Yeah. Wow.
So where's Wally?
So it's like a race, but okay,
it's also
interesting.
like reality show vibes. I really would think that would be fun.
I like that. I do like that. Okay, so I'm intrigued by this. So then the fan chooses who takes it. So if it's a Macclesfield fan, they would choose maybe. I mean, they could
literally choose a physio.
Okay. Oh, so I like that. So everyone's available. Yeah. Set piece coaches, throwing coaches.
But you have to be part of the Real Madrid team. Right?
I like that.
So everyone's got to be trained realistically in preparation for that match. You're going to get like the water boy practicing free kicks.
Referee, are they allowed to take? Are they allowed to take?
They're not associated.
No, it's not associated. Okay, fair. I'm just checking. I'm just trying to see.
That would be me, right?
Yeah, it's true. You might.
I'm not taking the free kick.
Okay, fair.
I'm not taking the free kick.
Okay, so that's number one. Okay, so that gives us, that's all set pieces. It's a Where's Wally theme. You got to find the person. They decide fan. And you got to decide who takes whatever set piece it is. That brings it down 25-0 we're at the moment. I say that knocks off. It's fun. It's engaging. It's entertaining. But that only knocks off. I'd say they're still going to get goals. It's not many set piece goals. They're not going to give away too many penalties unless Max will get really annoyed.
No, but I'm talking about like, aren't the
corners.
Aren't the Macclesfield Town players going to just give away bare fouls? So then they're going to have like free kick.
It's not a bad shout. Yeah, but that's not going to take off. That's not going to take too many goals, I don't think, off them. You know, I think.
Do you not think?
How Real Madrid will score from open play?
Yeah.
Let's be real. Let's be real.
Unless these under 18s are just running at the players.
Well, that'll be a different tactic. But I'm hoping your other rules can bring things a bit more level. So because right now I'm gonna say 20-0 still.
Okay, you
to
still
Real
think,
Madrid
because it's not a great rule. Okay, my second one.
Go
on. So before the game, there's a 30-second trivia round, right?
Yep.
So we're gonna have a game show before the game.
Oh, you were into entertainment stuff.
Yeah, for real.
Reality football. All right, Karen, go on.
And however many, so Real Madrid team, Macclesfield under 18s, like just general knowledge trivia.
They're gonna struggle.
Yeah?
I've been to a lot of youth clubs. They're gonna youth teams. Anyway, but go on.
No, but it could be just popular culture, like music.
Okay.
This film.
Yep, that will benefit the Macclesfield youth team. Okay, yeah, okay, go on.
And however many questions you get right in that 30-second period is how many players you're allowed on the pitch.
Right.
So in 30 seconds, if you get 7 questions right, you should be able to get more in 30 seconds.
Yep.
Or you could get 10 questions right.
Yep.
You're allowed 10 players on the pitch.
Nice.
If you get 2 questions right, you're allowed 2 people on the pitch.
And Real Madrid, same thing. They'll have a trivia.
Yeah,
okay, interesting. All right. Well, again, Davina, we need to.
2 Real Madrid players versus 10 youth
But
players.
we don't know though.
Yeah, well, that means they're all going to be revising before the game. Come on.
Yeah.
And who has more motivation to revise?
Yeah, the youngsters.
The Real Madrid players are going to turn up to the game and be like, yeah, okay, cool, win or lose, like, it's a bit of fun. These Macclesfield Town players are going to be like, yeah, let's sit down for like 6 months before, revise, let's get like Kahoot up, test each other.
Well, if it's an English trivia questions, then yeah, I think it leans more
to just general knowledge. Like,
world general knowledge.
Who was like who had the song which was most streamed on Spotify last year?
Wow. Yeah, okay. The youth team might actually win that. I haven't got that to mind. I should have that to mind. But okay, interesting. All right. Okay, I'm going to put that down to.
Is it still not a good rule?
It's not great. It's not. It's getting there, but it's okay. It's still 10-0.
Yeah. Okay.
That's fair because even with 3-4 Mbappe's, Jude's, whoever else is in goal, Eder Militao say it's still going to be. Yeah, 10-0. So give me this fight. This better be a screamer for this final rule. What's your last rule? You're looking at me like it's not great. Go on.
My last rule, we're just going to be 1v1 the whole pitch. Like goalkeeper versus goalkeeper.
Davina. It's not looking good, bruv.
Honestly, I was thinking about entertainment value.
No, I get that. And do you know what? That's fine. It would be a great game to. I would watch it. Listen, I just come from watching the Ball League final yesterday. Big up Wembley Rangers, Ian Wright, big them up. It was an entertaining final, very entertaining, playing the holders, SDS. I was thoroughly entertained. This match would be similar to that, very entertaining. But sadly, Real Madrid would still win, in my opinion.
Do you have a rule that would actually make it more equal?
Some people have some amazing rules, like you can't go forward. So every time you have the ball, you have to dribble backwards. I forgot who gave me that, but they had to dribble backwards, and they couldn't. Every goal had to be facing their own goal, so it has to be bicycle kicks and
back
heel. That's a great rule.
Crazy, but the goalkeeper can still face forward.
No, he'd have to.
If the goalkeeper is facing this towards
the goal,
he'll be able to save that because a back heel or bicycle kick.
No, the opposite. So the Macclesfield's goalkeeper can face that way, but it's all Real Madrid players can only face their own goal.
Oh, so only the Real Madrid players. Oh,
that's how you.
Okay.
There you go. You with me?
You got. I thought it had to be the same rule.
No.
Fair playing field and that,
It's all good. It's all good. Right, after this, we're gonna come back, and we're gonna do my favourite section of the day. Okay, I love this Fantasy 11, and the producer gave me a wicked one. We're gonna do crisps. So in this break, you have a think of your crisp 11, and we'll come back and we'll hear from Davina and myself, and you decide who wins the crisp 11. Let's go.
VAR You Serious on FUBAR Radio.
Yes, people, it's now time for the Fantasy 11. One of my favourite sections, if not the favourite section of FUBAR Radio. VAR You Serious. Right, we're going to go straight into it. It's crisp 11. It's 4-3-3. Unless you've gone
Cool.
4-4-2. Have you gone 4-4-2?
No, I've gone 4-3-3.
Okay, classic. Okay, right. We're going to do position for position. And then at the end, I'm going to let you run through your 11 and I'm going to run through mine, yeah?
Yeah, okay, let's do this.
I don't want to disclose your age, but because I don't know it yet, but I'll be able to see. I've maybe from the crisps. Maybe. Sometimes we get like, so we did chocolate, we've done sweets, and we've been able to just decipher, what you remember of back in the day. I'm going to go, we're going to start. Let's start. Goalkeeper for goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper, I've gone classic, reliable, ready salted walkers.
Yeah. Okay. I'm with you. I'm with you. Reliable, the classic. I think they're the most. I think they are the most favoured flavour. From I think that was in a quiz actually. Is ready salted walkers reliable? I like your thinking. Now, people that listen, I have really thought about this, so I've
given it some thought.
You're a critical thinker. You are a woman who's been very successful.
I thought about like flavour,
right.
cuts,
there you
brand.
go.
I did everything.
That's what we need.
Thought about it.
No.
Haven't just gone like, oh, what crisps do I like? Boring.
This is why I love this section, because people really, really take it serious. And that's how it should be done. And let me know your thoughts after we give our 11s. My goalkeeper, ready salted as well. Classic.
Love that.
It's Pombes.
Oh, you gone Pom? Okay.
I like the Pom. It's a bear. Classic. The hat.
Bears, but Pom bears give cute though.
It's got the hands. Yeah. I like Pombes. And they're a classic. Ready salted as well. Next one. We're gonna go fullbacks. Give me your left back and right back.
Okay, my left back, the French fries crisps. Do you know which ones I'm on about? They look like a French fry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've gone salt and vinegar flavour.
Yeah, salt and vinegar sticks.
So like salty underdog hero vibes, because it's not like everyone's first choice, but it's very classic. It's a lot of like, they're gonna play like very in a nostalgia way, because it reminds me of when I was younger.
Cute.
Reliability and quite satisfying.
Oh.
Because they're a crisp that doesn't like break. When you open a bag of French fries, they're normally still intact because they're a little bit more tough than a broken crisp.
I like that.
And then,
right back.
should I go right back?
Yep.
I've gone Doritos tangy cheese. So attacking minded, and it's got like a bold neon orange flair. Probably wears some cool boots, does some cool advertisements apart from football. But you don't want to come up against him.
Yep, I like that. Do you know what? French fries, I actually forgot. Just checked. I remember them. Classics, yeah. Salt and vinegar on the long. And
then you've also got like a difference in your right back and left back.
Okay.
Because you got a more classic, stable one and a more attacking-minded, flary.
See, me and Davina here, we're on the same wavelength, because my left back is wheat crunchies. Classic, a wheat crunch in the tackle, crunchy crisps. They like to be physical, a classic, an old school left back. My right back, we're thinking the same. I've gone Doritos. However, it's important we talk about the flavour.
Okay.
My right back is Doritos Cool, because he's composed. The Doritos emblem is a triangle. That is the shape of the crisp. I want to create triangles from my fullback position. And you're going to see how it relates very soon when I get into the attacking positions. But Doritos Cool, Calm and Collective creates triangles to get out from the back, and it will follow up with what's going to come when I go to the attacking players. Give me your centre-back pairing.
Okay, my centre-back pairing, I've got one Walker's Sensations Thai Sweet Chili.
Oh, it's a bad boy crisp.
Adding a bit of spice, flair to the defence. It's like surprising bursts of creativity, a little bit exotic, disciplined enough still to hold down the fort. Yeah,
I expect us to have a match in the next one then, because I haven't got forgot Sensations, but go on.
How could you forget Sensations?
Terrible. That's my favourite crisp as well.
And then my other centre-back is like kettle chips, sea salt on balsamic vinegar. Solid, dependable, a little bit more posh.
Top crisp.
Quiet authority, not flashy. Trust him to like win the headers. So I've got that as my centre-back pairing: kettle chips, sea salt and balsamic, and Walker's Sensations Thai Sweet Chili. I think it kind of reminds me of the Tottenham centre-back pairing: Van de Ven, Romero.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna let that one slide. I'm quite shocked, people. I am shocked because I thought there'll be a match here, but there's not. Because I've gone centre-back Pringles, tall, long, physical Pringles, or maybe not physical, but tall and long, wins the balls in the air, headers, all of that. Second centre-back, a bit different. This is more actually Pringles more nice. Wins the headers, the aerial battles. How have we not gone Monster Munch? We've got Monster Munch in there. to be the next centre. So we've got a physical. This is the real blend. Pringles tall, wins the ball in the air, can play out from the back. Monster Munch is just the brute, the physicality, breaking up play, giving it to Pringles to pass it along. They're my centre-back pairing. Let's go into let's do midfield as a 3.
Yeah,
Go.
okay. I've got Hula Hoops Original.
In the DM.
Yeah.
Yep. Classic. That makes sense. Classic.
Team engine, circular, adaptable, keeps the ball moving. See, I thought about it. You're not the only one who can think of triangles. Ensures the whole squad stays connected, circular. Everyone knows where he is, what he's doing. So I got that. I've also got the Ridge Cut crisps, but the Marmite flavour. Okay?
What are we doing here?
Some people like him, some people don't like him, but you definitely want him on your team, but you hate to play against him.
Bruno Fernandes.
So the Ridge Cut Marmite flavour, right?
Okay.
You either love him or hate him, that kind of vibe.
Fair.
And I've also got, I don't know if you're going to like this one, Whatsits.
Oh, I hate Whatsits.
Do you not like Whatsits?
Hate cheese crisps, but go on.
Creative, soft, but unpredictable. Got that in my midfield as a 3.
Okay.
But you like the other 2?
Okay.
Even if you're not a fan of the Whatsits.
Okay. Let me give you my midfield 3. Here we go. Playing in DM. Walker's Ready Salted. Classic.
Okay.
Like your goalkeeper. Listen, it makes sense. It's got to be in there. It's got to be in the 11. So it's the classics, the number 1. Not for me, but for many. In the 8. Hear me out.
Okay.
Box to box, but has to find what? Space. Yeah. Space Raiders.
Oh, okay. That's high IQ. Play that.
Come on.
That's good.
Come on. Got to invert. Got to find the space, raid it, get the ball.
That's good.
Now, you'd think that'd be the number 10 because they got to find space and find pockets. No. Number 10, you've mentioned it. Kettle chips. Luxurious player. It's this luxury player. It's the luxury player. That is a luxurious crisp, the kettle chips.
Yeah.
Yeah? Has to be. I'm thinking tenfold here. I've gone into another dimension. Luxury player, luxury crisps, Space Raider, finding the pockets. Anyway, that's my midfield 3. Davina, you're on the ropes in the midfield there. My midfield battle's looking strong.
I think my hula hoops is pretty good though.
No, that is. The circle, yeah, I'll give you that.
You understood the theory behind the Ridge Cut crisps.
I did, but
it's also like really solid and dependable because Ridge Cut is slightly more like solid.
True.
Than a flimsy little ready salted Walkers.
Oh, okay. Give me your front 3. you better pull it back here.
Okay, you went for my striker. We're going striker first, or should I do?
No, do wingers first.
Okay, my wingers. On the right, I've got you hate cheese crisps, but Quavers.
Okay, it's not mid side, so that's fine. Yeah. But Quavers, that's fine.
So I've
but
got
why?
light, floaty, tricky. Like the whole pack of a Quavers is a lot of volume, right?
Yep.
Can glide past the defenders, whipping the cross. Really light.
Yep.
That was my thing for that. Keeps the opposition guessing.
Yeah, you missed a trick there. Right. Quavers they're curvy. Exactly. You've got to be able to cross the. Yeah, come on. I'm trying to give you the game here.
Thanks.
There you go.
Appreciate it. Building on each other's ideas,
Let's go.
Okay, my next 2 you've mentioned. So I've got Pringles as my left wing.
Fair. Oh, interesting.
So
smells a bit. Okay.
Yeah, I've got zesty flavour, punchy runs, tall. Good for headers.
Well, you can put that in the striker though. Okay, interesting. Left wing, interesting. All right.
On my striker, is my Monster Munch.
Yeah, fair.
So big, bold, chaotic, fearless, loves causing havoc. Is giving like Richarlison striker vibes.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Makes him the team's secret weapon.
Interesting.
Bang.
Okay, my front 3. Then we're gonna run through our 11s. My front 3, right wing. Hear me out. My right back was cool Doritos. Chill, relax. Right wing. Doritos, but chili heat wave. Now, you can let me know if that's fair, but spicy, something different. We've got the cool one behind you to do the clean up and defend. Spice up front. Okay, and on the right wing. Left wing, we've got Skips, because he can skip past his man. Throwback. I'm thinking.
Fair enough.
I agree.
Fair enough.
You can see I take this serious.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then my striker, do you know what? This is my favourite crisp of all time. Salt and vinegar McCoys. I mean, there's not really much thinking behind it. It's the Jamie Vardy of crisps, I've just been told. For me, it's just a classic. And it just, when you're hungry and you're feeling lightheaded and you haven't eaten all day, you need a crisp. That is the one. I'm going to run through my 11. Then you're going to run through yours with a small explanation after. And then the producer is going to decide who's the winner. Not me.
Okay.
Here we go. It's impartial.
Okay.
And he's a City fan, so he doesn't like me as it is because I'm Arsenal. And we're going to win the league. Right, so in goal, I've gone Pom Bears. Left back, I've gone Wheat Crunchy. Monster Munch and Pringles are my centre-back pairing. As you can imagine, brute, strength, force, Wheat Crunchies, left back there. got to be, crunching the tackle. Pom Bears has hands, makes sense to be in goal. My right back is Doritos, cool, because there's triangles. They're going to create triangles from the back, and he's relaxed. He doesn't have to be angry and heat and hot. Just very relaxed in breaking up the play. Midfield 3. In DM, I've got Walker's ready salted. Staple crisp, makes sense having the midfield there. Number 10, a luxury player, as they say. That's the kettle chips, luxury crisp. Yes, if you want to sponsor me, sponsor me. In the 8 role, has to find space, pick up the ball from deep, and also in the attack, has to find space, which means I have to give it to Space Raiders. Makes sense. Off my front 3, very simple. Right wing, Doritos chili heatwave. Creates triangles again, but a bit more spice to him. Saka, I hear you, little chili. Left wing, skips past his man, very simple. And up front, the classic, my favourite crisp of all time, salt and vinegar, McCoys. Davina, over to you, give me your 11.
Okay, in goal, we have Walker's ready salted, classic, reliable. Right back, I've got Doritos tangy cheese, bold neon orange flair. I think that would contrast really nicely with my left back, which I've got French fries, classic, satisfying, quite structured, nostalgia vibes. My centre back pairing, kettle chips, sea salt and balsamic, solid, dependable, not flashy, very trustworthy. Then next to him, got Walker's Sensations Thai sweet chili. How could you forget that? Spice, flary, surprising bursts of creativity, still disciplined. Then in my midfield, I've got Hula Hoops Original. Key selling point here, circular, adaptable. Everyone knows where he is. Everyone is connected, always sort of like scoping out where everyone else is. Good vision. Ridge cut crisps, Marmite flavour. You either love him or hate him, but you definitely want him on your team. We've also got the Whatsits, creative. Again, not everyone's cup of tea, but adds a bit of different vibes in there. At the front, on the right wing, we've got Quavers. As I was reminded, it's a curved shape, so really useful to get the ball into the box. Light, floaty, tricky, keeps the opposition guessing. On the left, we've got Pringles, tall, punchy runs, perfect good on corners. And then up front, I've got Monster Munch, big, bold, chaotic, fearless, quite unpredictable. Like I said, secret weapon of the team. That's my crisp 11.
Davina, I've been told who has won today's Fantasy 11. She's looking at me. I'm going to do a small little drum roll. And the winner goes to... It's the host of the show, Cecil Jee. I'm so sorry. I'm taking it. Now, you let me know, listening. Who do you think won that? I mean, the producer's giving it to me. I'll take the accolades. I'll give a little hey. I want to thank my mother. And for this amazing achievement of winning the Fantasy 11 of this week's VAR You Serious here on FUBAR Radio. And also, to close, I want to give a big thank you to Davina